Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another video. Today, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GeForce GTX 690, this beast from 2012. It's actually a dual GPU card, that's why it shows twice there in GeForce Experience, as you can see. So yeah, basically the GTX 690 is two underclocked or slightly underclocked GTX 680s in the same PCB. So yeah, it consumes 300 watts of power, which is kind of insane for a 2012 GPU, but not really that insane these days because we got things like 3090s and 3080s consuming 300 plus watts. But anyways, as you might know, the recent titles don't really support SLI because it's pretty much dead in 2021, but older titles do, and that's why we're gonna test GTA 5 on it today to see what it's really capable of. We are running it with a Ryzen 9 5900X and 32 gigs of RAM, which is of course overkill, but this is just for science, you know. I'm really curious to see how this GPU will do in GTA 5, which supports SLI. So let's get into it. Alright everybody, we're now here in the menu screen. As you can see, we're running DirectX 11. VSync is enabled at the moment, but I'm gonna disable that once I finish showing you the settings. The reason it's enabled is because whenever you go over 180 FPS or 188 FPS, I think, in this game, it just breaks the engine and it starts stuttering, and I can't really show you the settings otherwise. But as you can see, these are very high settings. I would say it's not maxed out. We do have a problem with VRAM, although it says it's utilizing 4 gigabytes right there. This is actually showing up as double of what it should be, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. But anyways, as you can see, these are the settings. We're not going above the VRAM limitations, which again is 2 gigabytes. Advanced settings are all turned off, and I would say, oh wait a second, let me just disable VSync here. This is a beast of a GPU, and you can see that because it breaks. It literally breaks the game. The FPS are so high that it's just, yeah, you know. So, God, look at that. Yeah, we're gonna need to limit the FPS here in this game, okay? Just gonna go in MSI Afterburner and limit it to like 180. It just shows you the power of this GPU whenever it can be utilized. So, there we go. Everything is still the same, of course, didn't change anything there. And now that we're locked to 180 frames per second, it shouldn't stutter as much. At least I hope so, you know? Let's try to find a good car here. Yeah, it's not really stuttering right now. Alright, we can start counting our FPS now. What do you want? I got a pistol. Get the heck out of here. Let's go. Okay, so as you can see, GPU utilizations there are above 90% pretty much at all times. We do have the 5900X. Why the heck this always happens now? Anyways, we do have the 5900X, which is of course able to push these kinds of frame rates. If we had something like an i7 6700 or an i7 4790K from the same time as this GPU, you know, or around the same time. Actually, the 3770K is the one that released in 2013. This is what the 690 can do at like 90 plus GPU usage. So it's insane to see this kind of performance coming from a card that released 3 years earlier than GTA 5 on PC. Of course, it released on consoles. Oh my god! Yeah, again, guys, that's just because the FPS are still going really high. It happens in GTA 5, you know, just suffering from success, I guess. 690. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, this area isn't as GPU intensive, so it gets really high frames. Hopefully this is gonna go better at 1440p. I just locked it to 120 FPS now. The game is broken, you know. Whenever you get really high FPS, it just breaks. I guess there's no point in me actually counting our FPS because it's completely locked at 120. But yeah, let me just go really fast through these people right here. Or actually, I'm gonna try to not hit anybody, but that's mostly impossible at times. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and set it to 180 again because it's mostly fine. And there we go. It could actually go up from, oh god, oh Jesus, 180 FPS at times. So the averages would potentially be higher if the game didn't break, you know. But yeah, anyways, this is just heaven. You know, if you lock your FPS to like 144 or 120, it's gonna be heaven in GTA 5. That guy is just slided there. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, in forest areas and highly vegetated areas with a ton of bushes and vegetation, you're gonna get lower frames, of course. Hello, Jack. What's up? Yeah, this is such a beast of a card that if you're playing this game, you should probably use some anti-aliasing or lock your FPS, or otherwise it's not gonna be a good experience just because of the stuttering issues. But yeah, it certainly is capable of achieving really, really playable and high FPS in GTA 5. Why do you need to say those things, Michael? I just don't understand. Oh, okay, so now we're at 2560 by 1440, and it's not going over the limits of the engine, so everything is fine. Same settings still. VRAM bar is slightly going above the limit, you know, but it should be fine because it was fine with the 750 Ti and 760 that I tested earlier in the week and last week as well. So yeah, as you can see, inside of house, very, very smooth and very playable still. 90 plus GPU usage, and I did unlock the FPS this time around at 1440p because I think we shouldn't really hit 180 FPS. If we do, I'm gonna be impressed, actually. I mean, I'm already kind of impressed with the 690. These are like really, really good FPS. Let's start counting the frames here. Why are you crossing the road? That's not a crosswalk. Anyways, yeah, this is just awesome, guys. This is completely amazing, guys. God, they always do that. Well, I'm starting to worry. Maybe this is my fault, you know? Maybe I should be more careful while driving. Anyways, we're going fast right now. Jesus, check your mirrors, dude. God damn it. All right, we can do this. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And yeah, look at those frames. I don't really want to look, but you guys can see the frames there. That's what happens when I slightly see the frames for a second. Oh god, what am I doing? We actually got a little stutter there, probably because of the VRAM limitations, but it's not really a big deal. This is just heaven, guys. If you had this GPU when GTA 5 came out, you'd have zero issues playing this game. It will be an amazing experience. You probably wouldn't get these kinds of frames, you know, really, really high FPS to the point that you break the engine, because at the time, the best gaming CPU was probably the 6700K, and even if you overclocked that, you couldn't really hit those 180 FPS, you know, so everything was fine back then. But now that there are really strong processors around, well, yeah, sometimes it breaks everything in this game. But yeah, at 1440p, you shouldn't really have a problem. We've only seen one single stutter because of the VRAM limitations, so I'd say this is an amazing experience. Even in dense vegetation areas, you can get 75 plus, I guess, as our 1% lows suggest. Hello, Jack. What's up? Nope, don't go. Don't get away from me, buddy. Oh, I just want to get out of the car and approach Jack slowly, but he keeps running away from me. Oh god, sorry, Rabbit. All right. Let's go. Oh, Jesus. Jack, I'm here. Give me a hug, buddy. Jack, where are you going? Don't run away from me. Where the heck did you go, buddy? There he is. He's right there. You know what? I'm just gonna jump. Oh, there we go. That's a good roll, actually. I didn't expect that to happen. I just expected him to trip and fall off this. Yeah, he's gone, guys. Okay, so now I really think that we should be VRAM limited because we're going like 600 megabytes above the limit. Again, remember, this is like double of what it should be. 3840 by 2160 at the same settings for now. I'm just gonna disable FXAA because, well, it's anti-aliasing. It doesn't really do much. Okay, oh my god, are you serious? 60? I didn't expect to hit 60 now. It is kind of stuttery, as you could see there. We got a single stutter so far, but it should be stuttery when we start our benchmark run and going really fast through the city. But I really didn't expect these kinds of FPS, guys. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm not expecting it to be smooth. Again, the 1% lows will probably gonna be really bad. Yeah, I wish Nvidia made this card with actual 4 gigabytes of VRAM. You know, instead of 2 in each card, actually 4 in each card, so you could fully utilize them. And yeah, that causes it to not be a smooth experience here. You know, my god. Okay, yep, I wanted that to happen anyways. Jesus Christ. Alright, he's still flying there. Okay, so this is high settings now, 2160p. Let's see if it still stutters at these settings. I don't think it will. I really hope it doesn't. Okay, if it does, it might actually be SLI issues, because we didn't see it stutter with the 760 at these settings, I think. But yeah, it seems like it is very, very smooth right now. Yep, very nice. So unfortunately, we can't... Oh! Okay, yeah, we can't run it at 4K with, like, very high settings, like the other resolutions, just because of the VRAM, you know? That's why I don't really like the 10 gigabytes of VRAM on the 3080, to be honest. I think in a few years' time, it's gonna be just like this one, and the 10 gigs will be like a limitation to that card, especially at 4K resolution. But yeah, it's very smooth right now. You just have to lower those settings a little bit, and it's gonna perform really, really well. It's a shame that we can't play at very high, because the FPS, the actual performance, was pretty decent. Yeah, the game is not really looking as good anymore as it did at 1440p or 1080p even. I think I'd prefer to play at 1440p with this card, but 4K is on the table, kind of, if you manage your expectations and if you lower the FPS a bit, especially those textures. It's smooth, you know, it's mostly smooth. There's the odd stutter here and there, but that's completely normal at these resolutions with older cards. I just wanted to show you an actual game that works well with SLI, because I tested Cyberpunk on the 690, and as that game doesn't support SLI at all, you can't even force enable the two GPUs, you know. The performance was pretty poor, you know, but then I tested Battlefield 1, it did pretty well, and GTA 5 is just completely amazing. So yeah, you could see that the FPS dropped there, by the way, near the foliage, so it's still not a 60 plus FPS experience at 4K high settings, but it's still pretty good, you know. A couple of stutters there again. Yeah, I really don't think this is a 4K card. Yeah, it's pretty rough at this resolution, but at the other resolution it was just basically a monster, you know? It's a monster from 2012. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, the second video of the day. I'll be back tomorrow with 2 more videos, hopefully, and I'll catch you guys then. Love you all. Bye-bye.